Okay, let's see what this looks like. Trying to wait a minute. I, man, that quick, I got sidetracked. Let's see. I just want to see, make sure we're good. Okay, so no, sounds good. Oh, okay, no, that wasn't a. That's not a real trailer. All right. What is up, everybody? We are live. Trying to get this stream set up. We're trying to get some stuff set up, I should say. We've been off for on and off for the last couple weeks, trying to get some things working. Uh, Weird. It says we're live, but where are we? Are we not? Oh, crazy. See, this is some of the stuff that we're trying to figure out and see what's going on now. Thanks for the welcome back. Thank you. We're live streaming on. I don't even know where we live streaming right now. We should be live streaming on YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, and Facebook. I know those should be live. There it is. Okay, so there's okay. So yeah, wanted to hop on and just say hi and try to work through some things. Had the last couple weeks have been like extremely. I don't want to say. I don't know. I feel like I was feeling well, but then um, I also had. I think I was just kind of exhausted. So it was like I think it was a combination of not feeling well, allergies, with the change in the weather, and then yeah, like I said, it's just really really been exhausted. So I'm feeling a little better. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still a little exhausted, but um, it is what it is. So thank you for everybody for tuning in. Like I said, I know I kind of disappeared abruptly. The last couple of weeks, we were doing the AppSec rabbit hole, and then we were doing the esports streams. And actually, we streamed some of the Fortnite match last week, not last week, the week before, because we were on a bye last week. Um, and it, I don't know, like OBS crashed during the stream, so you got some of one stream, and then you got some of the stream, and then it got cut, and then when I realized it, we streamed like the last 15 minutes or so. So that didn't really work out completely. But to give a quick update on what happened, we did wrap up the regular season undefeated. So congratulations to my middle school Fortnite team. Um, Hold on. There we go. Yep. So congratulations to the middle school Fortnite Wolfpack, on successfully completing the season 8-0 and winning the number one seed for the national playoffs. Their first match is actually tomorrow, which we will be live streaming here at the Alpha Esports Technology Center, starting at 4:30. So we'll be streaming the first round of the playoffs. Hopefully they continue the streak and we move on with some more streams for you guys, some more victories, and hopefully take home the prize, which is the championships. For It's not the second year in a row, but the second semester in a row. Like I said before, we are the reigning and defending middle school champs. So super proud of them for that, and looking to defend the title that we won from the fall semester into with the spring semester and kind of get the full school year sweep. Um, so like I said, I'm trying to get some things worked out here with our live stream setup. I've been, even though I've been kind of, I guess, out of the loop from from a actual streaming sense. I've been kind of paying attention to what a few other streamers have been doing. Some have like the minimal look, which is cool. Some have, a setup similar to this. But what I'm looking to do is I want to probably get rid of some of these ads and stuff that you see here. We'll just probably throw a link to it, and I want to make the comment section a little better, and I want to fix a couple of these overlays. So I figured, why not do it uh, while I'm uh, live, just to kind of catch up with folk. Like I said, it's been a couple of weeks. It's been There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot I want to talk about. There's a lot I probably shouldn't talk about. But y'all know me. I sometimes I will not even sometimes I'm an open book. So yeah, where I've been. So honestly, like I said, I didn't do anything else with the Wolf Pack. I'm sorry, the AppSec Rabbit Hole. Like I said, I've just been so. Like I said, last week, I think I streamed. I think I streamed once. When was the last AppSec Rabbit Hole? Let me see. When was the last time we did it? Like I joke a lot. I joke a lot with people and say that I don't have like weeks anymore. It seems like my life right now, my 2025 is just one long day with a few naps in between. So the last AppSec rabbit hole was 9 days ago. So yeah, so last Monday was I think it was the last AppSec rabbit hole. But yeah, like I said, I haven't done any new streams. I haven't done any new content around the AppSec rabbit hole. Like I said, I've just been so exhausted. I started, trying to get back on a regular. Um, I started to get back on like try to a regular workout schedule. Trying to find some normalcy in my life. The last couple years have been um, hectic to say the least, and building out the center, running around with the different consulting contracts, um, teaching. I think last year I taught two or three um, cohorts last year. So the teaching schedule, the consulting schedule, the works, the jobs here and there that I would pick up, doing stuff for the center, having the meetings, running around all over the state of Georgia, trying to build out trying to build out everything. Hey, I appreciate it. I So I said, I think you said you're on stream number 5. So thank you. Like I said, I'm super excited that you are checking this out. Like I said, I'm just trying to kind of catch up, bring everybody up to speed on what's been going on. So it's been whew. Hey, new to the series. I'm on live number 5. Oh, okay. So yeah, like I said, I appreciate the support. Hopefully you have already subscribed and and locked in with us. But yeah, like I said, it's just been trying to get everything together. The likes of the last 2 weeks, trying to find some normalcy, and then on top of it, like I said, I was under the weather. Then the temperature change, and then we had like the pollen apocalypse here in Georgia, where like the streets were filled with yellow. What's going on, L style? So like I said, last week was just hectic, and then like I said, I started working on another contract. So you gotta do what you gotta do. The center is great, but we're still not quite there where we are self sufficient. So I jumped back into the world of having a full time cybersecurity gig, which again, I'm not complaining about. I'm very grateful. And again, because it's more of a consultant role, it still gives me the freedom to kind of run back and forth. And then on top of it, just spending time with family. Kids are getting older. Gearing up for college and trying to figure out the next phase of the life of their lives and stuff. So we got all types of craziness going on. But I definitely appreciate y'all for sticking with me. Like I said, I know one of the things with streaming and content creation is having that consistency. And like I said, we were doing that for a little while, and then at some point, like I said, I just needed to kind of to take a break. So don't mind me as I'm trying to fix some stuff here on my stream. Um, how's your week going though? L style Ashley, how's your week been? We're almost to Friday. Like I said, for me, that's just it. Actually, is the busier time of the year of the week for me because then, like I said, we have our matches and stuff. I had to take some days off from studying, so I felt some worn out from passing. Hey, congratulations, and you earned it. You should take a break. When when I was younger, it's crazy. But when I was younger, I used to just like finish a cert and then jump right into the next one, especially when they were connected to each other. Like I don't know if they still are these days, but back when the Microsoft MCITPs or MCSAs or MCSEs, in order to like you had to stack them, right? So in order to get the MCITP or MCSA, you had to have passed the Microsoft networking, the Active Directory, the operating system, whether it was Windows Server or whatever, to get all, and then you would have to take that last one that put them all together. So those were the only times where I really went back to back to back on certifications. And then once I jumped into cybersecurity, I did like like A plus to security plus, A plus and network plus. I did kind of back to back, and then network plus to security plus. I think I took maybe about like a month off before I jumped right into security plus, and then after that, when I did CEH, I did CEH and CPT practically at the same time, and then I did forensics shortly after that. No, forensics was a little bit after. So yeah, like I said, once I started doing the cybersecurity stuff, like I said, I started taking little breaks in between because obviously they get a little hot. They do get a little harder. Um, but definitely pace yourself, man. Like I said, So one side of your mind said go jump right into the security X. I I would take a moment. I would take a breather, man. Like honestly, I would take a few weeks. Take a few weeks to kind of decompress. Keep your note. You still have your notes. It's not like you're gonna shred your notes right after passing. So keep your notes, and then start slowly reviewing your notes, and then jump into the next one. That's just my opinion. Like you don't have to take. Oh damn it! I done activated the AI thing, but you don't have to take my advice. My opinion would definitely be, you know, probably take like if you just passed it, man. Not of course, man. Any way I can help, but yeah, like any what did the restream? What did the bot do? No, Elsa, I think that was Ashley that said. I don't know if you could see it, but yeah, Ashley congratulated you. But yeah, if what I would do is like I said, I'd probably wait a little bit and then start reviewing your notes and then go into security X. And the crazy, I haven't even looked at the security X, what it entails. Um, as I'm back in the space now, I'm looking more at some like I recertified my G pen, so I redid my G pen. Um, I'm gonna redo my GWAP, and then I'll probably look at um, some of the API security certifications that are out there. Oh, if you did, okay. Well, then if you have a discount voucher, then yeah, you don't want to let that go to waste, especially with them trying to jack up these prices right about now. Okay, so while we're doing that, like I said, let me move some of this stuff around. So since we are on a gaming, I guess we're on the gaming channel. What has there been any good games y'all have been checking out recently? I I still got to pick up. I got to pick up the new Assassin's Creed, but South of Midnight came out. If you haven't seen South of Midnight, it's a game that takes place in like the deep South, like Louisiana, and it looks really awesome. And I'm definitely invested in the storyline, the developers, and everything, and I want to support that title as much as possible. So I'll probably be picking that up. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I'll be able to do some streaming and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm trying to read with me with being down the last week or almost 2 weeks. I really wanted to take a that you just downloaded South of Midnight. Yeah, like actually, I got it on Game Pass, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I'm probably gonna purchase it as well, just because like I said, I really want to support the developers who made that. Um, Post Civil War era. Here, actually, let's just look it up. Like the animation, like everything is dope about it. Oh, okay. I didn't. I have to look at predecessor. I didn't see predecessor. All right, so let's look at the Steam page for it. Where are we? Where is my like? I have so many things here. All right, so all right, we started. Come on, man. Cut it out. All right, so it says South of Midnight is a new action adventure game from Compulsion Games. Explore the mythos and confront mysterious creatures of the Deep South in this modern folk tale while learning to weave an ancient power to surmount obstacles and unravel your family's hidden past. Man, Ashley, we gonna have to see if we can get you in the community and see if we can start finding some co-op days or co-op plays. Yeah, I'm gonna have to grab this. You know the crazy part is, I'm probably gonna buy this game, and my wife is gonna grab it, and my wife is gonna play it first. I bet you. Watch. I promise you. And the crazy part is the magic in the weaving that she does reminds me of Wheel of Time. Well, I promise you. I promise you. But like, I promise you, I'm gonna get this game. I'm gonna get this game. You know what? I'm actually. So that's what I'm gonna purchase this game for for my birthday gift to myself. I'm gonna purchase this, and I'm gonna purchase Assassin's Creed because my birthday's this month. And then like I said, I'm gonna show. My wife is gonna see this and go, "What is this?" And I bet you she gonna play it. Yep, yep. I'm definitely gonna play it in the. This ain't getting played at the center. This is getting played at home. So y'all gonna get to see the home setup. What's up? Can you back up? South of Midnight. It's a new game. So I said I'm probably gonna buy it, but your mother's probably gonna play it. Your mother gonna be like, wait, what's this? On second thought, well, we'll see. Your sister might play it too. No. Oh, no, you missed it. Come here. Hmm. Hey, look, L style, don't sleep on them sound bars. I got a I got a Samsung sound bar with the subwoofer in my basement set up too, and it does what it's supposed to do. But I have I got like the razor like these, they're kind of like these but they're wireless, and that does a full, that gives you the whole immersive sound thing too. I don't think I'm allowed to have a full surround sound in the house, man. I think I'd get in trouble because I'd be doing that, and then I'd be like, I'm yelling for you in the basement, and I can't. You're not listening. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, so I think that's gonna be my gift to myself. I'll probably grab that in Assassin's Creed, and then make it a point to find that time, man. Like I said, I'm trying to regain some type of control in my life, and like I said, I don't necessarily. It's not that I regret anything. It's just, again, y'all know when taking on a new endeavor, the time and dedication that you have to have for it can can definitely be challenging. This headset, this is an older headset, so I don't even know if they even sell these anymore. Um, but the the surround sound ones I have. Let me see if I can find them because I got the wireless ones. Yeah, I think I got the Krakens. So you can get like the recent Krakens, the V4s. They're on sale for 180 at Best Buy. But like I said, the version 3 Pros are just as good. But anyway, so like I said, man, gearing up for trying to get ready for the we got summer camps, we got um yeah, if you want, I could probably throw the link in there. I could probably throw the link in the chat, L style, if you're interested. But like I said, we're trying to gear up for a lot of different things, and one of the things that we want to do is boost up the streaming capabilities. Um, we have we have so many different events and things that we got coming up. Where we started a new fight club, or we call it a fight club, but it's like Friday fight nights. We want to start streaming and broadcasting those. That is basically like we did like a fight club setup here at the center where they come in and play head to head. Let me see if I can find. Nope, that is not. We got that. We got that. We have our playoffs for our Fortnite team. Hopefully, will lead into the championships. We want to make sure we stream those. Um, okay, so I'll actually here. I'll show y'all a picture of like the concept, so y'all can see what we're talking about. So this is our fight night setup. So here you see we got it set up here. They're playing I think this was Tekken. But like I said, it's gonna have a head to head. We got the cameras, so you get the face cams on the screen. You got the main desk right here. That will be for the shoutcasters doing the play by play, and then you can't see behind. You can't see on the other side of this picture, but basically we got a bunch of chairs set up so they can. It's like I said, we try to give it that intimate kind of like almost intimate fight club feel. And I know it's weird to say intimate and fight club in the same sentence, but yeah, it's like, it's like everybody's gonna surround the area, um and it's gonna give that old school, going to the GameStop or going to the arcade for the fighting game tournament. So now everybody's right there, watching, and then we have them on the screens. Let me see. Let me up. That's my team. Hold on. We got and don't worry, I have permission to have them on camera. um, Trying to see where the other if we have other setups, but yeah, like I said, we'll have them there playing, and then every Friday fight night will be a different game. So it's gonna be a series. Um, it's gonna be a series of games, fighting games. So it'll be Tekken, it'll be Street Fighter, it'll be Mortal Kombat, it'll be Guilty Gear Strive, it'll be Dragon Ball Fighters, it'll be Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, um, maybe some Brawlhalla, some multiverses. It all depends, and now it'll, like I said, we'll have that. You have to be basically is like, if you're just one good at one fighting game, it's not gonna cut it. So we have those coming up, starting in May. We have our summer smash tournaments, so we'll have that series going on. Those will be monthly local tournaments, here at the center. So those will be smash. That's strictly Smash Brothers. As we build up the fighting scene for the other games, like Smash Brothers is huge in our area. But yeah, man. So like I said, we're doing that, and then we're gonna start doing some online stuff. So I'll just give you the art, well, the stuff for the so our Friday Fight Night series. Like I said, we got to add a couple more things in here. I'll take myself off screen, but these are the games that we're launching in the series. So Tekken 8, Dragon Ball Fighters, Smash Brothers Ultimate, Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat, and then Sparking Zero. And then, like I said before, I just said we're doing Guilty Gear, so I have to throw I have to throw Guilty Gear in the mix. So man, like I said, we're just trying to build all that out, and just make sure that our streaming capabilities are where they need to be. So it says, let me know what you think. Thank you, appreciate it, Elstyle, appreciate it, Ashley, appreciate it. Hold on, let me check my LinkedIn, because LinkedIn doesn't show up on Restream. And then I think the other thing we're probably going to actually explore as well is different multi-streaming platforms as well, because I think that kind of takes away from some of it. Um, we want to we're probably going to start streaming from our consoles as well, so almost have that going on a regular basis. So like, if they're playing on the PS5s, if they're playing on the Nintendo Switches, that'll probably go on as well. So you'll be able to watch the gameplay. You won't be able to see the people, but you'll be able to watch the gameplay. And then we got some cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Remove the space. And that's the other thing I got to figure out. I got to tweak my Nightbot settings as well. But Yeah, like I said, I'm trying, and I want to actually. The other thing I want to do is I want to introduce some of our community to the viewers as well. I know our viewership isn't, we're not up there yet to just be like, hey, look, we're this awesome crew of streamers, but definitely want to showcase them as well. And if you go to our website, you'll actually see we have a few lined up and signed with us. I think we locked in one more who's going to be doing a lot of streams with flight simulation. Um, but you'll see here we have our main Alpha Esports and Technology page. We have our buddy Lord Valak, who's a full time content creator. He also is an esports coach. Fun fact about him, he actually used to be an Overwatch pro player, but now he streams a lot of RPGs and like Diablo and stuff like that. Obviously, we gotta have Alpha Cybersecurity, the cybersecurity arm that made this all possible. So we have that stuff in there. We have Clearosity. Clear is an awesome streamer. Um, Streams a lot of Overwatch and Splatoon. Um, Trying to make sure we get trying to get her in there. Hope your business grows. I see you later. All right, L Style, appreciate it, man. Go get some food. We got Zeta Blurred Gamer, who's one of our newer creators. But he's been established for a little bit. Super Star Wars fan. I think he's doing some stuff with with the next season of Andor. So you check him out. And then we have Kron Games, semi-watch 40-plus-year-old who's going into streaming. He does a lot of fighting games and Marvel Rivals. I think he was doing Sparking Zero for a little while, but now he was doing some Marvel Rivals. Zayd also does Marvel Rivals and a lot of Call of Duty Warzone. So and like I said, the Alpha Esports and Technology, we're gonna be streaming all of our stuff. So, like I said, we'll be thinking about how we're gonna make that happen. Like I said, I want to kind of set that up though, where you know we got streams going on all the time. So from our console stuff, and then we can get into our scheduled stuff, and then try to get our creators on here as well. I need to reach out to um, a couple other streaming crews and figure out how they do it. But I think what we'll do is set up. Yep, I just figured it out. I just figured it out. So I got to give them. We got to have a conversation. But yeah, like I said, that's kind of. Hey, what's going on, Ty? Hope all is well. I know, like I said, it's been a minute since I kind of been on here, but it's like I said, I've been exhausted, man. I've been exhausted. All right, so let's see. The other thing I will probably do in the very near future is, well, I mean, I think the which one is this one is start sharing the Discord. We got to build out that Discord community as well. So, so yeah, we're like I said, we're working. We're working. We just gotta trying to stick with it. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything with you guys. It it has definitely been a journey. There's going to be there's definitely going to be some content around that. If anybody knows me from my previous platforms, or not even my previous, because I still do the Alpha Cybersecurity. But if I'll probably do some like a podcast or something around it. and kind of get into it because I do get a lot of questions about the process, about everything that we've done, how we were able to make it happen, the highs, the lows. So I definitely want to share that with everybody. Um, and like I said, it definitely has opened the journey has been hard for so many reasons. Um, and a lot of them have nothing to do with the business. Um, just in general and kind of dealing with certain things, man. Hey, what's going on, sir? What's going on, Emmanuel, man? How you doing? How you doing, brother? I hope you're in good spirits. Hope you're good, man. Um, but yeah, like I said, so much of the journey has had nothing to do with actually building out the center. That and then jumping into the gaming world outside of just playing games, like getting into the ecosystem and the politics. Like people laugh all the time when I say the gaming and esports community, at least from my perspective, from what I've seen, um, has been like Game of Thrones in a sense. And when I launch the podcast or the live stream or however I decide to distribute the content, we'll go more in depth, and I promise it'll make sense then. But when I tell you, it has felt like Game of Thrones with the politics and all the stuff that has been involved, and who's who does what with who. It's crazy, and when you hear about it, it's like it's just gaming, but the gaming industry is a hot commodity. um, Fun fact: last year, the gaming industry did $187 billion in globally, and almost a third of that was, well, actually more than a third of that was the United States. Um, as much as people like to kick and scream that esports isn't a legitimate sport or that it's a waste of time, a lot of money is being made in the gaming and esports communities, and I like to provide receipts. So I'm going to show that in 1 second. I just needed to add something here. Um, I mean, if Ty, I am on stream right now, sir. um, but yeah, like I said, where are we? Let me see if I can find. Here we go. I'll show y'all this one. So last year, and we made this handy dandy chart for people. But last year, the top prize money for esports, um, if you look at number one, Dota 2, so Den of the Ancients, which is a game that's similar to League of Legends, made shelled out 22, almost $23 million in prize. Counter Strike almost 22, Honor of Kings almost 21, PUBG almost 17, Fortnite almost 13 million. Right, so that's the top five, and then about the bottom half of the top 10, you have Rainbow Six at almost 10 million, League of Legends at almost 10 million, Valorant almost 9, Mobile Legends and this is a mobile game. This is one that they play on their phones at almost 8 million, and then PUBG Battlegrounds almost 7 million. So you have this type of money being passed out in games, and didn't oh, Ashley, I have I have a group of 1 second, y'all. Let me okay, they hung up. Okay. Um I have a group of guys who, or I have a group of people, let me say that. I have a group of people who come in and that's all they play. I have someone who is a former Dota pro, and he used to come in here and play by himself. So he would show up at like right after we opened and would play damn near to close. And then I had another group of guys who played Counter Strike. They played Counter Strike and they played Dota. And so whenever they can get the whole group together, they'll play Counter Strike. And when I say the whole group, I mean there's 10 of them, so they'll do a 5v5. That's going to be in the content that we're creating too, about how like their story, about how they came together and how they used gaming is definitely one that should be shared. So, but they come together and they play Counter Strike when all 10 of them can get together. Like on long weekends, like they basically rent out the center all weekend. But anyway, when they can't get together with all 10 of them to do the Counter Strike, they'll come together in smaller groups and play Dota. So one day, the guy who was here who played Dota, um, stopped was here playing, and like four or five of the other guys came in and started playing Dota, and they were like, "Hey, you play Dota?" And the guy was like, "Yeah." And then they stayed here for like 6 hours, and they just played Dota together. They bought each other food and stuff. So now they're like the best of friends, and now they all come together to play Dota together, and like they play like it's intense to the point where like one time they were playing Dota and I had on a league match in here, and like they were like, "Hey, respectfully, can you turn that crap off?" But but yeah, yeah, no, Dota is still huge. Um, so again, it's cool to see, and like I said, I'm definitely going to share the story that they shared with me. They gave me the okay to do it. I'm not obviously I won't use any names, but like I said, it was really cool to see how it aligned with the overall thing of what we were trying to do here, which is, for one, yes, bring it bring it more to the masses, but also build that community. And hearing stories like theirs about how they came together, and how they use this as like their bonding, um, has been cool. And then even watching them bond with the other guy who up until that point never knew each other, but now they are the closest of friends. Like they hang out together, they support one another. There was a situation, so like it's really cool to see how that all plays out. um you all right over there? Okay. um but yeah, I kind of went off on a tangent there. But yeah, yeah, like I said, Dota is huge, and especially in Europe, it's still a huge thing. Like I said, you see it, 22 million dollars in prize money, and like I said, and that's not including the Esports World Cup, which is controversial in its own right. But the Esports World Cup that they hold in Saudi Arabia, they held the first one last year. It was like a month-long competition in Saudi Arabia. They gave out over $60 million in prizes in different games. So I think like the Call of Duty. the championships for the esports, it was like $1 million. Like it, so I mean, it's we're talking some life changing money, right? You know, like the professional Call of Duty league. Um, I mean, they just had a major their last major event. It was $150,000, and now they have four major events a year, and then they have minor events. I think the minor event, I forgot how much they split in the minor, but okay, um, like we're talking a crazy amount of money. And then there, like I said, and there's so many other skills you gain from it. So our goal is to bring that to the forefront and build our own little community. So like I said, we'll definitely be streaming more. We'll definitely be sharing more content. Again, if you're interested in connecting, you can do so by following us here. Um, Let me see if I can. Like I said, you can do so by following us here, following us on socials. It's pretty much Alpha Esports Tech everywhere, um, on all platforms, on Instagram, on TikTok. Um, Full disclosure, still figuring out the TikTok thing and kind of having to navigate the navigate the trolls and all of that stuff. But like I said, we're definitely focused and making a push on creating more content and doing some cool things with the center. Here, I'll show just a quick. So that, like, so we're definitely interested in building out more things with the center and how we get out there, how we connect with the community, um, and social media and video streaming is going to be just that. So very soon you'll start seeing less of my face. You'll probably hear my voice, but you'll see less of my face, and you'll get to see a lot more of the cool things that we're doing. So, like I said, we're working hard behind the scenes. Probably why I was so exhausted and why I've been so exhausted. And I will still be doing the cybersecurity stuff like that. That is a given. Like we will. That is a major part of what we do. So we're definitely going to be keeping up with that too. So again, that was one of our other events. That's actually my son trying out Counter Strike. So like I said, we got a lot of cool things. And I've been yapping for a little while, but I'm doing that because again I feel really strongly about what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish. And like I said, the last 2 weeks, honestly, the last 6 weeks have probably been very challenging. Again, just because of the his I saw Ika, are you here? Um yeah, it's been challenging just because of a lot of the changes that's happened. I'm probably For those who don't know, I left. I'm no longer the host of eSecurity Planet. Um, I touched on that a little while ago, a couple weeks ago, about how I wish things would have turned out differently, but you know, I am a firm believer in not letting anybody take you for granted or play in your face. So, at least me personally, that's how I felt I was being treated in a situation, so I politely distance myself from it. There's still some great, amazing people there. If he's still on, please go support Emmanuel. He is the host and the driving force behind Tech Republic, um, and a lot of things that go on there. So please, go show my brother some support over there. Great dude, great host. Okay, so but like I said, learned a lot in the 6 months I was there. Definitely plan on stop it, stop moving, stop moving. Like the camera's his own character at this point, like for real. Um, stop. um, Definitely learned a lot, and I'm definitely going to apply a lot of that into what we're doing here. Um, After I had to kind of recalibrate and process all of that. The cybersecurity content is still stuff that we're doing as well. So dealt with those changes, dealt with the other stuff, dealt with some personal things, and um, having to learn some harsh truths about some things. And again, though they're never easy. That's why they're called harsh truths. And I'm being vague for a reason because I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to share all of it in detail. I definitely will be sharing some of it because I think it plays into the overarching theme of things not always going how you expected, and dealing how to deal with certain stuff and how to overcome challenges. Because I want my story to be one of real truths, but also um, a way for others to learn what to do, what not to do, how to navigate things, and also see that they're not alone in whatever it is they're dealing with, right? Whatever challenges you think you're going through, whatever goals you set to accomplish, and the trials and tribulations that come along with it, you're not alone in feeling those feelings that you may be feeling. Um, and I want to also make it okay to talk about those things, talk about those feelings, talk about those frustrations, in a way that is productive and constructive and have a positive outlook. And like I said, exposing a lot of things or saying a lot of things, especially on the internet or on platforms like this, sometimes it will be problematic. You'll get the trolls and stuff like that, but it's not nothing I haven't seen before. And if dealing with that BS means I get to help or inspire somebody else who might be thinking of doing something similar, or something I said resonated with whatever they're doing, then it was worth it. So yeah, that's kind of what we're aiming for. Let's see. Let's see some other cool footage I can share from the archives. So this was from the Brawl Hollow World Championships last year. Like I said, I got so much stuff to share, and like I said, I'm just trying to find a way to be able to share it and put it out there, um, and just talk about the experiences, talk about the people that you meet, talking, Yeah, this was this last year or the year before? Because we went 2 years in a row. Yeah, this was last year's. Like I got so much content. I got about 100 gigs worth of content just in one folder. Like this isn't even this isn't even the other folder. Let's see what else. Let's see what else we can share. What else can we share? Can we? Oh, I know what we'll share. Um, we want to share that one. Here, I'll show this one real quick. So this one is one of the community centers that we work with. So as you can see, we're actually teaching them stretches and exercises that they can do in between. Because we do promote healthy gaming, we do promote taking breaks and taking care of your body. Um, Touching grass, as some folks say, finding that balance. And we do know that if you want to play on a competitive level, it does take some dedication and sometimes it takes some long hours of practice, just like any other sport. So we work on finding ways for them to do their stretches. We find ways to, we show them, healthy eating habits, sleep, healthy sleep, and things like that. Because again, that is important. Okay, let's see. Here's one that I was super proud of that we were able to accomplish last. I think this was last summer. So it's a little fast paced, but this was from this is from the National 100 Black Men of America conference. So uh, we were asked to help another good friend of ours, Coach E over at PCX and Pharaoh's Conclave, to host um, a gaming event for, I think it was like 3 or 4 nights. Um, but you see, we did the tournaments for Brawlhalla. We did basically like a survival tournament for Call of Duty Zombies, Mortal Kombat, Mario Kart, Smash, Fortnite, 2K, Madden. Um, so that was real cool. Um, Got to do some cool cybersecurity stuff here. Um, that's me exhausted. I got to meet John Hope Bryant, which was also cool. Um, see, let's see, Roland Martin was there, and this is the late great Angie Stone. She was actually rehearsing uh, for she was rehearsing for her performance that night at the gala, and we kind of snuck in the room. Um, used my I used my hacking and physical pen testing skills to essentially, I guess, socially engineer my way into that room. Like, we heard the music, we heard the vibes, and I wanted to see what was going on. So um, taught my son a quick lesson on how to socially engineer your way into stuff. Now, my son has an interest in cybersecurity, so it's okay. And we believe in the Spider-Man motto: with great power comes great responsibility. So, you know, had some fun doing that. But I think I've ranted and raved long enough. I'm going to. call it a night because we do have to get ready for our event tomorrow. So we will be back live tomorrow at 4:30 for our first match in the Fortnite Middle School playoffs. Looking to defend our title. So if you are available anytime after 4:30, that would be great. If you can, again, join the stream, cheer us on. Again, these are young kids, so give words of encouragement and just keep things positive. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to get up out of here. We're going to get ready to get our stuff ready for tomorrow and shut down because, like I said, I have work in the morning and then I have esports in the afternoon, and then we'll see what happens in the evening. We'll probably do another stream and do a recap. Stop moving. I wish it was voice activated. But I appreciate y'all for sitting with me during my figuring it out slash venting session. Appreciate it, Ashley. Thank you. Like I said, I guess y'all can send me the therapy bill in the. But like I said, I appreciate all y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow. So be safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, and I'll holla at y'all later.